Greetings and salutations, viewers. 'Tis I, Geekers, coming to you with a new Transformers review. This is one of the figures that was last towards the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron line. It's a character that has been both an Autobot and a Decepticon, and kind of like I almost would call him the Red Forman of the Transformers community. That would be Impactor. He is a really interesting character. I mean, with this color scheme, he would more likely fit in with the Decepticon and with this look. But let's go about this figure itself. I really do like this figure on how it looks. If you didn't have the cannon here on his shoulder, this would be a very perfectly symmetrical form for a robot. You can't really tell what he turns into. You can tell it's some kind of a tank thing due to his treads. But let's go on some of the really great detail about this toy. As you can see here, first his head has that nice big purple mohawk on top of that orange head, and the face itself. The face is really nicely sculpted with those red eyes and that really menacing faceplate, or the face that's molded in there. But that just, to me, that really does a great pop of, I almost want to say gladiatorial centurion with the head piece on the helmet. I really do like that. The chest molded in, a really nice squareness to it. I mean, it just doesn't. He would not stand out in a crowd of other figures, but he's just really nicely proportioned in everything. Talking about this figure with the molded detail everywhere, it's just beautifully done. There is an upgrade kit that I do want to get that gives a new cannon, and a lot of these holes that you see in here in the figure actually fills him up, and it actually does not hinder transformation. Accessory wise, he does come with a cool little gun, and another feature of Impactor that in the comics he actually has one hand. Here he has two, but if you fold up one of the fists, you notice there's a weapon port here, and he actually comes with his signature pike hand, which is pretty cool. He's like a one-handed robot army. Really cool, really nicely done with accessory wise. Articulation, the head can rotate a full 360 degrees, arm a full 60 degrees. We have a butterfly joint here that you can move here. We have a joint here at the elbow. Arm can spin 360. We do have a wrist pivot, but that is also due for articulation. We have a full-on waist articulation that he can pull a 360. We have nice joints here, very clackety. They're not really loud clack, but they're really nicely clacky ball hinge joints here that can go forwards and back. We have a mushroom joint here that you can get a full spin on the knee. We have a knee joint, and one thing I do like, we do have an ankle pivot, but that's also due for articulation or for transformation. But you can get some really cool stance with this figure as well. A lot of Transformers with the Siege line actually will incorporate the weapon itself into the transformation. He does as well, except for this little pike. But I like where I store it because it gives it a little nice menacing look. So let's go ahead and transform him. What you want to do is go ahead and roll up the arms, fold this piece here back, rotate the head 180 degrees, fold that back, push that up. Here at the front, you want to go ahead and lift up this chest piece. For the hands, I always do this to give you a little line. On his gun, there's a couple of little ports here on the back. You want to fold that in. line it up to where he's going to fold at and where it be out flat. Like so. Peg those pieces in. There's a little tabs here at the arms, and there's little slots here at the top. Push those in, and you have the front part of the body. Fold the hand, that tank cannon around. Go ahead and take that there, the pipe, put it on top. Legs. What you want to do is go ahead and fold out the feet, like so. Fold back the toes. Now if you see here, there is a separation joint here for the waist. Pull that forward. Rotate the tank treads around. Now here on the back, there's a little divot here in the foot and a little peg there, so you want to go ahead and fold that around. Put that in. Do the same thing on this side. And make sure everything is flush, like so. And there we have Impactor in his tank mode. He's a really big, he almost looks like a Warhammer 40k tank that you would see in the game. Unlike most Transformers that do have a tank mode, you can pivot up the cannon. But you have, because it's using the waist joint, a full 360 on the pivot for the tank. So you could actually get nice little tank poses if you want to pose him in his alt mode. In his alt mode, looks really fantastic. You have this weathering here along the bottom. Perfect placement for it being in the alt mode, because a lot of tanks, that's where a lot of the grind damage was, because of how the tank treads would go. This cannon looks really nice, and you have your big fusion Vulcan, whatever type of cannon this is here. And I like putting this here because it looks like it could go over brush and just like cut trees down as it's going. I really do like this figure. Impactor is a really nice addition to any set. Like I said, there's even an upgrade set to fill in the holes. There's also an upgrade sticker set by Repro Labels that you can actually turn him into a Decepticon if you want, because he is a Decepticon as well in some of the continuity in the comics. Do I recommend this figure? Yes, he is a really nice figure, really fun to transform, really menacing. Because what it is, he doesn't have this look of like a Transformer does. He looks like just a generic robot. But that's what gives him his charm. I do recommend him. I am Geekers. This has been my review of Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Siege Impactor. And he is full tanky bacon. Later.